okay, maybe that was a bit harsh on this episode because, like I said 2 weeks ago, I could give 2 fucks about how Team 7 was formed because I saw that in the first series of Naruto, and if I wanted to see that again, I would go back to the first series. But that wasn't the case because in the first series, you got to see how they were formed through Naruto, Sasuke's, and Sakura's eyes. In this particular episode, we got to see how, like, the events leading up to it through Kakashi's eyes, and it was a bit different. We never got to see like bits of the first episode until like the ending, the last 3 minutes, so I applaud that. For the first half of the episode, it was just Kakashi and Hiruzen bonding, talking about the past, talking about the future, talking about how the groups actually came forth, and we get to see just how strong built Hiruzen's mind actually is, how deserving he is to actually be the Hokage, because his mindset is pure. He knows what he's doing from the beginning. We used to think that like Team 7 was formed because Sasuke was at the top of his class and Naruto was at the bottom, and then Sasuke was just a fucking nobody. You have to slap a relevant person in the group. We used to think it's just because of that to keep the team balanced. Well, in reality, Hiruzen assigned this specific team to Kakashi because Kakashi, with the Uchiha clan slaughtered and Itachi like outlawed out of the village, he's the only guy in the Hidden Leaf who has a Sharingan, operating Sharingan in the Hidden Leaf. And at that time, so Sasuke's one was not like, wasn't functional, it wasn't there yet, and he knew that if Sasuke's Sharingan was to come, only Kakashi would be the only one to like guide him through it because he's the only one that has it. So he thought that smart, and him being an original, so Sasuke being an original Uchiha, like he has the blood inside of him, he knew that only he can control the Jinchuriki or the Nine Tails that was in Naruto if push comes to shove. Hiruzen knows that he do, like, only Sasuke can do it. Kakashi has the Sharingan, but he hasn't got both, and he's not an original Uchiha, so he doesn't have the strength to do that. Only Sasuke could do that if it was awakened. And it was smart thinking to put Naruto and Sasuke in the same team, because Hiruzen doesn't want the same event that occurred, I think about 10 years ago or something, to occur again in the present. So he wants to ensure protection over the Hidden Leaf, so he put Sasuke and Naruto in the same group. So that was very smart thinking. We also got to see how he put all the other groups together, like Tenten, Rock Lee, Neji with Guy, because they specialize in taijutsu, and Shikamaru, Ino, Choji with Asuma because they do like family things, like family secret techniques, and it was just great thinking. I was like, wow, I didn't think about it this way. We also got to see that Kakashi, like he's still reeling over the fact of Obito and Rin and all of that shit, and then we got to see what I never got out of this before is that Kakashi is trash. Really, he really is trash, because I've seen Obito's, I've heard Obito's flipping quote time and time again, but I've never actually thought into it that much until this episode, because as soon as he said that whoever turns their back on their friends, like instead of turning their back on the rules, is worse than scum, and then they show the picture of Kakashi piercing Rin with the Shidori, and that's basically him killing his friend for the sake of the rules and all of that shit. So Kakashi is fucking trash. We even got to see in the ending where the next episode, just by the way, I'm so fucking happy, but I'll leave that to the end, which he even said himself that he's trash. He knows he's trash for killing his friend, and all the shit that's transpired, he knows he's trash. But really and truthfully, he was doing it for the sake of the village, failing all the people. He's basically a Donzo, but he's not as sick-minded and cold-hearted as Donzo. Donzo is a piece of shit that I love. I love Donzo. It's been clear. I've said this time and time again. Many people don't But I love Donzo, but fuck Donzo right now. He has nothing to do with this episode. Kakashi's doing it for the hidden leaf. He wants a team that is united. That's why he fought so much people. It was a pretty great episode. There's not really much to talk about with this, to be honest. It's just like normal shit. But at the end of the day, after 2 months, two and a half months of fucking filler, finally, thank God, Canon is returning next week, and it is so epic. I'm finally getting excited again, because let me not lie, this past couple weeks when it comes to the route, I was not excited one bit, because I know it's filler, and with any anime I watch, filler does not interest me in the slightest bit. But I know that the canon is going to kick off with a bang, because where we left off, it was peak moments, it was at a peak height. So when we come back, it's going to be so epic. So I'm actually excited for this. Let me know if you're excited. Let me know if you're fucking happy that filler is fucking over, because I know I'm flipping happy, because filler sucks. I'm gonna be out there. This filler, after the Itachi thing, made just fucking sucked. Seriously, I was not interested anymore. I'll give this episode, give it like a 7 out of 10, because like I said, filler. The reason why I get 7 out of 10 is because it's the fucking end. And since the fucking end, I'll even give it a 9 out of 10, because it's the fucking end. I'm fucking happy. Leave a thumbs up, smash a mic, I'm out.